Good morning, Susanna Anderson here with the Are They All Yours blog at Stephen Anderson Family. Today I want to show you how we do a drop with Azure Standard. Azure Standard is a co-op for natural foods based out of Oregon, and they have been delivering to Arizona for about 10 years now. And initially they started with just one monthly route that came to the Central Valley. And I started with them about a year after they started that first route. Well, in the time since then, they've expanded. They now have 3 routes going to Arizona. And our particular route comes every 4 weeks. So every 4 weeks, we get a delivery from Azure Standard. And basically, you can think of it like an online Whole Foods. It's like you order everything once a month or once every 4 weeks, and then it gets delivered, in my case, to my house, because I am a drop point. So to get set up as a drop point with them, you have to have a minimum order total of at least $550 every time you want delivery, and you have to be along their existing route. If you're so many miles off their existing route, they increase that minimum to make it worth their while to go out of their way. So we are along an existing route. My family alone would meet the minimum probably every month or most months, but even so, I have an open drop so other people can join. So today I'm going to show you how that drop happens and what I get on a typical Azure delivery month. So the truck is here, and we put the names of people that are picking up out here on signs, and now we're going to unload. And then the boxes come off the back of the truck there. Alright, this is Mike, the driver. Mike has been our driver for several years. He's become a friend of the family, and he does an awesome job. Alright, Mike, what's your favorite part about this drop?
When you make breakfast.
When I make breakfast? You know, and
no,
I just
it's
put
you
the
guys, seriously.
That's guys. What do you love about doing for Azure? Do you like driving for them?
It's the best job ever.
It's the best job ever. Yes, you get to meet a lot of people.
You guys.
In fact, you meet friends of ours on other routes,
Yeah,
right? Now, which routes do you do right now?
L2, L3, and L1.
Wow, is that all Arizona routes? Mm-hmm. Wow.
New Mexico and Texas.
Wow.
You know what else I do?
Don't try to steal.
Point out you got a flat tire.
I know, that's been on my to-do list for like 6 weeks. I need to go in. But yeah.
You got dual tires, so.
I do, I need to go in. Alright, here's my stuff for today. And I just want to show you how this works. So basically, all the boxes arrive with the label, the name of my drop on it, and then the label has a symbol on it just to help the driver identify all the goods on this particular drop today. So for my Tempe Phoenix drop this month, we all got a sailboat on it. So when the driver takes the stuff off the back of the truck and he gets all the boxes off the pallet that have the sailboat, he knows they all go to ours. Now this is a repack box, and it was chilled, so it tells that it contains 2 items in this box, as opposed to something like this, which is just all yogurts. And it's not a repack box, it's just a whole case of something. Okay, so here's one of my repack boxes. I'm going to open that so you can get an idea. Now what you will notice is that Azure does not buy boxes to ship many of their goods. What they do is they use local businesses that donate their unused boxes, and they reuse them just as a way to help keep costs down and also be green. So when this says, you know, thin, regular cut, skin on, russet potatoes, that's not what was really in this box. That's just what they use to repack their goods. And I've been taken aback sometimes because Azure Standard is a Christian-owned company, and they do not sell alcohol. For a while, all my goods were being delivered in these reused beer boxes from some local brewery that they have up there in Oregon, and I was a little taken aback, but then I realized it was a repack box. It might look like I'm getting cases of beer, but I'm just getting my food in here. So looking at the label again, this is basically box 5 out of my 11 boxes today. And it tells me down here that this should contain 8 items. That way, once I open it, I can see that I have all 8 items out, and I don't miss some little spice packet or something. So let's cut this open. So here they included their sales flyer for July. a bag of oats. I like to use the quick oats because they are pre-soaked. So not only do they cook faster, but it greatly reduces the phytic acid content in oats. A bag of Rapadura Turbinado Demerara cell sugar. I use this in place of brown sugar for all my recipes. And then let's see what else we have here. Okay, these mini peanut butter cups, they're organic, so I guess the more I eat, the healthier I'll be, right? Well, these are wonderful because I use these as incentives. So Chloe is potty training right now. She gets one when she uses the bathroom. I also use them as incentives for reading for the kids. If they read a page, or if they're just starting out, if they read a column, they get to pick one of these. So let's open this and just some quality control here. And they're little, and if you bite into them, so good. It's like a miniature peanut butter cup. Let's see what else I have here. Vanilla. Okay, so the Azure vanilla extract, the fourfold, is really good. And I ordered this in the quart size, and we go through one of these probably every 2 months because we use it for everything, and it's so good. And then also some Worcestershire sauce. And then, oh my goodness, these Jovial cookies. I only ordered 3 because whenever I order the whole case of them, the whole case disappears. So I only ordered 3 boxes, but these cookies are the real deal. They're not too sweet, which is what I like about them. I find most American ready-made desserts are way too sweet. Well, these are made with all-purpose organic einkorn flour, which is grown in Italy, and these particular cookies are also made in Italy, and these are so good. So I ordered these just as a special treat here and there to have on hand. Okay, here is the total delivery for today. So I'm going to go over and show you what we got. It's just a typical month, but some things we get every month, and then some things I only get every couple of months, or maybe even just every 6 months. Here I have a case of the Jovial Fusilli. We go through typically 1 box of pasta a month, and we only get the one that's made from the all-purpose white einkorn flour. So they have the fusilli in that kind, and the spaghetti, and also the penne. Well, this month we're running low on these, so I bought a case of these. I bought a case with 12 packs of this Applegate breakfast sausage. These are just brown and served. This is for when my husband or kids are making themselves breakfast. These are nice to have in the freezer. A case of 15 pounds of butter. I already shared about my einkorn cookies and my peanut butter cups. This is cream cheese that I like to order in this 2-pound tub. I like to keep this peach nectar and apricot nectar on hand just for labor. So even though I'm not due for at least another 8 weeks, I ordered them this time. Back here we have, there were 2 boxes of this all-purpose einkorn flour. And einkorn is all we use, and the all-purpose flour is all I use. So this was in a box like that, but I took it out so you can use it. So there are altogether 4 10-pound bags here, which is about how much I use in 1 month. And then here we have a case of hot dogs. There are 12 packs of hot dogs in here. Again, these are frozen, and these are really good hot dogs. This is the same company that makes the breakfast sausages, and these hot dogs are really awesome hot dogs. So these go in the freezer. And then in the front here we have a case of yogurt, Grazier's grass-fed yogurt. I typically buy the big tubs. I got these little ones just for a gimmick for the kids to have on hand, and then Peter already bit into one. You can see his little teeth marks as soon as it came. And then by that same dairy, which they also sell their butter on Azure Standard, I got a 5-pound block of the raw grass-fed Monterey Jack cheese and a 5-pound block of the raw sharp cheddar. That's about how much cheese we go through in a month as far as the Mexican cheeses. And I also like to order for the mozzarella this Lifeline one, which they call mozzarella because it's grown in Montana. Get it? Haha. So it's Montana mozzarella cheese. This one is really good. So This is 1.5 pounds, so altogether 4.5 pounds here, and it's very good. I already shared about the oats and the sugar, the vanilla, and the Worcestershire sauce. Over here we have a case of mango. Miriam loves mango, so I ordered her a case of these organic mangoes. I used to order a lot more produce on Azure Standard. Sadly, in the last 2-3 years, their produce has undergone a major overhaul, and their produce prices are mostly exorbitant compared to what I can get here locally. So it's rare that I order produce on Azure anymore. It has to be something that I cannot get locally, or that's cheaper than what I can get here. And the mangoes were a good deal. I believe this 10-pound case was $15, so that was a pretty good price for these. And then also from Jovial, I like to get their tomato products that are canned in glass rather than in metal cans, because the metal cans have to be plastic lined, and because tomatoes are an acidic product, you really want something that's canned in glass. That way you're not getting all that weird liner residue interacting with the acid in the tomato and you end up eating it. So I love their jarred tomato products. And then for the laundry, the Charlie's Soap Laundry Pre-Spray is the only natural thing I've found that really works at taking stains out. My kids are really good at putting stains in. This stuff is very good at pre-treating the clothes and then getting everything out. And then in the back here, just 2 more things. This is a 40-pound case of frozen chicken necks. These are organic frozen chicken necks from an organic poultry grower, and I'm going to separate these into smaller freezer bags for easier storage, and I use these for making broth. So the price on these on Azure is really good, and I make my own chicken bone broth with these. And then the final item back here is a big huge box, 33 pounds of organic palm oil, and I use palm oil for deep frying. The nice thing about palm oil is that it is solid at room temperature without being hydrogenated. So this is like a shortening, except it's a healthy version of shortening because it's actually a naturally saturated plant fat that is naturally solid at room temperature. You might be familiar with coconut oil, which in colder temperatures is solid at room temperature, but once the temperatures get to about 78, it becomes liquid. While palm oil has a higher melting point, so palm oil is actually solid even at room temperature in the summer in Arizona, and it makes this beautiful, healthy alternative to shortening, and it's great for frying, because when you deep fry, you want to deep fry in a saturated fat. If you deep fry in an unsaturated plant fat, for example, like canola oil or corn oil, what happens is that the minute it starts heating, the oils start to break down and actually become very toxic and carcinogenic through the free radicals. So the palm oil is great in that it is saturated, it does not break down even under high temperatures. I also use this shortening actually to make my biscuits. I cut that in instead of butter, and it makes really nice fluffy biscuits. So this is the Azure haul for this month. I hope you enjoyed this small glimpse into what it's like to participate in an Azure Standard drop point, or to shop from them, or even run your own drop point if you've considered doing that. If you have any specific questions, you can leave them in the comments below. In the description of this video, I'm also going to put a referral link for new customers. If you've never shopped from Azure and you want to try them out, if you use my referral link, it gives me a small bonus on my account, and I think it might even give you a discount on your order. Thank you for watching.